And so, I always say yesterday's price is not today's price. And that's because you're worth more. You deserve more. That's why yesterday's price is not today's price. Just believe in yourself, because we believe in you. We standing here right with you, hoping that you succeed as well.
Peace to the tribe. Welcome to the #1 spiritual podcast on the internet. Right now, you're here with the initiates, right? You got a 2 for 2, like a 2 for 1. Come get you a Kawhi Leonard. So I'm here today with my brother Serpent, and we're here to talk some astrology. Serpent, please introduce yourself.
Sacred Serpent, Sacred Dark Serpent, Initiates for the Flame, Substack, Sacred Dark Serpent on Instagram and TikTok, YouTube, all over the globe. Let's get it.
Peace, family. Let's get it. Go ahead, check out the Substack. Please do. We got powerful information, just like today. We're going to present. You got the Cult 7. I know a lot of y'all niggas ain't got to that Cult 7. So please go pay attention to that. We talk about powerful leaders known as John D, Bobby Hemmett. I'm pretty sure Rudolph Steiner. So go check out all these powerful men we wrote about, the Cult 7, and go ahead and check out why we named it Cult 7, because the number 7 is a divine number. So look into that. And also book a reading with us. You can always hit up Hood Mystic. You can always hit up Breeze Jabari. You can always hit up me. Always hit us up. So tarot readings, live readings, whatever, we got you. Right now we're doing a live reading. We got a chart in front of us that is present. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it's Serpent's chart, y'all. We checking out Serpent's chart. He was just like, pull it up, AD, just get to rapping. So, and also just to help you understand how to look at your chart, how to like really understand it, whether if you study astrology or whether if you don't. Let's say this is your first time getting to astrology and you want to understand it. You got to create simple synapses to it, right? What I mean by that, astrology is meant to create contact with your soul through symbolism, right? All these planets, all these stars and aspects are within us. What you need to get and do is get the book called The Kabbalion, understand universal law, understand ASO above, ASO below, ASO within, ASO without. If you understand that concept, you understand yourself as a spiritual being, having a human experience. So please go get Big Bro book. Go check out the Hood Mystic's book. And also, please get the pre-order for Blue Magic. That is on the way. Please check out the Columbia Exchange. Yeah, we a bunch of brothers that are spiritually talented, and we hone our gifts all the time. And we get up here to encourage you guys to do the same. That's why we have the Discord. So join the Discord, initiate yourself into your spiritual journey, connect with us, connect with the people. Because the Discord is not for us just to send stuff to y'all and y'all watch our videos, buy our stuff, support. No, that's not what the Discord is for. The Discord is for us to collaborate. The Discord is for us to build community. I understand y'all so used to these spiritual niggas psyching y'all and playing y'all monies, but we not here for that. Our ancestors would beat our ass if we was on that shit. So we know better. So we here to actually help you. But we can't help you if you're not putting the work in for yourself. Like, if you're in the Discord, you need to be sharing your content. You need to be uploading your reels into the reel section. You need to be uploading your videos, your Substacks, everything you got. You need to be throwing it in Discord so people can check it out. Look, of course, I'm not saying spam it every day, but when you got new forms of content, you need to be sharing so we can link and connect with you. We're here to support you. We are a community. Commune. So if we're not communing together, if we're not doing these things, and I probably should say intercourse, because if y'all really be following Hood, he got into what the word commune actually really meant. So, or commerce, as you would say. So really, you should say we need to be having some intercourse. But they all gonna be like, what? He said get a Discord off.
Big pause.
Oh man. But yeah, Serpent, what made you have this download, brother? What had you in this energy?
You know what? I really enjoy listening to you, Breeze, and Hood when y'all talk about charts and how y'all break them down. And as far as I'm concerned, like nobody makes it more palatable, more easily digestible than you guys. And so part of our business is letting the collective know about the skills that we possess, and the skills that you guys have need to be on full display as far as I'm concerned. So,
Gotcha.
what better way than to show the masses what we about than to put my chart up there and let 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 you have at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am
Pause.
not only pause. I'm not only a believer, but I'm also a student,
Mm,
and um, I really think a lot of people can get something from this, and we just want to knock out all the taboos that go with it. Physical men think astrology is for females. Females think astrology is just for them.
mm,
Um, Spiritual people, have a tendency to use it in less than flattering ways, and they also have this penchant for manipulating people with it. So I know that the initiates is above all of that. I know that in order for the rest of the world to know what you guys are capable of, they have to see it. And what better way to see it firsthand than for one initiate to be reading another? You dig
mm.
me?
Ashe. So let's get into this chat, right? So of course, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat, 1,000 ways to hit it from the back. But I want you to understand how to really stack that bread. So when it comes to astrology, right? Now, when we're looking at this chart, two simple things: your sun and your moon. You want to understand that first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sun represents your ego, your vitality, just how you act in a conscious way, right?
Mm-hmm.
As to your moon, it just shows your reactions, how you feel, how you sometimes really go about a lot of things, how you really are being truthful, right? And two ways to explain that is your sun is how you give, your moon is how you receive. So
Mm-hmm.
that is what I want the chat to understand, because for anything when it comes to astrology, understanding your sun and moon is going to be key. And then for the people, it's like, what about my rising? What about my rising? Fuck your rising, because it's like you don't need to worry about that. If you've been doing astrology, of course you can. But what I'm saying is that your sun and moon is the focus, and your moon is the real focus, especially in sidereal astrology, because the moon is the most active. It travels the most. It literally stays in the sign for almost 2 to 3 days, literally two sometimes. Like you look at the moon, bow, that motherfucker somewhere else. You be like, damn, I was gonna do a video on moon and this, but it's already a motherfucking Pisces or something. So it's like you got to keep up with the moons, and it's a new moon right
So the
now.
moon, so not to cut you off. So the moon
Brother,
is
go
like,
ahead, take out when you can. You good?
so the moon is like the shorthand on the clock.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
And it's like you'll think that you not watch that you don't need to watch that shorthand, but it's like that shorthand is determined every second, right? While the sun is staying in place, govern holding things, the moon is placing things every second. Because think about this, right? The sun, it feeds, it gives, it lives. But we never talk about how the moon does its job at night.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for the moon, we wouldn't even see the stars. So
Mm-hmm.
think about how deeply what that is like saying. So basically, if we see the moon when the moon's out, we see the stars. Understand how deeply we can see inside ourselves to understand who we are. Because the stars is what we've been using to deify anything, our religions, our stories, to understand where we're going. Imagine being in a boat at night, you know, and it's like, oh, okay, we finna cross here. A Fucus coming up. We got Orgora, you know, and then we got going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like that. And then even if we want to get deeper in a spiritual perspective, think about the golden age when Saturn was here, and we can really see the heavens for what it was. Because you know they say astrology and stars wasn't around the time that Saturn was there in a way, because it's always bright. When we experience death, it wasn't a death of like pain and misery; it was a blissfulness of return to the Most High. So,
okay.
So now, if you guys join the mystery school in the link down low, you will understand these stories. You could join the sidereal classes on astrology and learn more about sidereal astrology, because see, so I bet in Serpent's Western chart, he's let me go to the thing so they can see it a little bit. In Serpent's Western chart, see how his moon is like literally on the cusp, and like, you know, it's in Scorpio, but it could be right there in Sagittarius, right? Really right next to that midhaven. So in his Western sign, you probably say he's a Sagittarius. But if we look at the sidereal dates, right, and understand how planets can fall on this cups line, that's what determines what your sign is. Of course, the date is going to play a role, but it's where the sun was at where it's aspected. So you can even say, if we want to get into 13 sign astrology, because that's what they don't tell you about astrology, a sidereal astrology way. There's 13 signs, and there's 13 months. If you grab a turtle in nature or sea turtle, you can count the back of their back, and it gives you 13, which equals 13 months. And we used to account for that. But
13 months and 28 days, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, and we are a conquered people. So all that stuff was, you know, hidden from us to do what they are doing today, magic, right? And if you get on our Substack, right? Because where you're gonna understand magic is the Substack, where we talk about John D. And John D explains how we have these theatrics in front of us that's playing into the physical world. That's, you know, we think, oh, this is normal. It's normal that, you know, like we don't have common sense. You know, we think that's normal. No, that's just because it's common doesn't mean it's normal. So we have to understand that. So if you join the Substack, you'll understand the magic that's being displayed on you today, like the Trump thing, or this Kamala shit. Well, you know, she didn't make fucking greens in her tub. You believe she made greens in her tub, nigga? I know what you really believe, man. I'm sorry, but if you believe she made them greens in her tub, okay.
Anyways. Or she was listening to Snoop Dogg while getting high, like, yeah, like, yeah,
sure she was, yeah.
But anyway, go ahead, big dog.
Yeah, so along with that, I just want you guys to count that for. So when you're looking at your chart and your energies, and we are on astro-seek.com. So if you go there, it's free. A lot of other places are going to charge you. Look at your chart, but this is what I use when I give people readings and all that. So let's look at first the moon, right? And we're going to get to the sun a little bit, but when we was talking about the moon in the pre-show, understanding your moon is a big thing, family, because you might not understand how you feel. And as a man, your mental awareness and understanding your emotional capacity is the true goal for you to have atonement in your life or true direction. So with Serpent's moon, it's in a, you know, I would say it's in a good spot, right? You know, some people might say it's debilitated because it's in Virgo, or it's neutral in Virgo with the 8th house placement. But I want you guys to understand that a moon conjunct Saturn is a man who is going to put his money first over pussy, right? And I want you to understand, if you're not a man that's putting your money first over the punana, it's okay. We not judge you. You know, it's hard to resist a woman's seduction, right? right, Serpent? Biologically, we can't.
Men basically don't have that. We don't have that capacity. we really don't have that capacity to turn down some good snatch, let alone any snatch. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So now I need you to understand a moon conjunct Saturn in the house in the 8th house of Virgo is a spiritual man, right? And I'm not saying this because I know him. I'm saying this because of the development of his life. Because I want you to understand that these planets are speaking our consciousness for us. So Serpent, when he was like 22, 25, he probably was at a point where he was like, okay, like I'm done fucking the hoes. I'm gonna get my money right. Or he probably went to work first and then he came home and beat that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like on some funny shit, y'all. Like I'm being realistic with you, because if you don't understand how you feel, and as a man, astrology is to help you understand yourself in a spiritual, in a sexual, magic way. Pause, right? Because some of y'all be freaky out there. So I want you, I want y'all to get that, because when we talk about the women that has astrology, you know, we just let them have it. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. I remember one time this girl, she dated me because my Western sign is a Pisces, right? So and she was a Taurus. So she was like, yeah, our signs go together. So, you know, that's why, like, my friend was like, yeah, that's why she really want to get with you, because y'all signs back.
I hate those women. I swear to God, I hate those women. I swear to fucking God, bro.
So now, if she knew sidereal astrology and did the synastry chart, she knew that, oh yeah, like me and this nigga just not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to understand the energies of the conscious mind, right? So we got Serpent as a water sign, right? His sun sign is a water sign, and his moon sign is an earth sign, right? And it was look at the aspects of his moon. Because the aspects of his moon gonna really speak a lot to us. So you can always scroll down on AstroSeek and see how the planets are aspected. So like sometimes you're not gonna see that, you know, the sun and moon are having aspects to each other, and that's cool. That's fine. Don't worry. But I need you to understand that his sun and his moon are not far from each other, right? If his sun and if his moon was like in the 5th house down here, and it was right here, and you know, his sun and moon might have opposing, right? But in a way they're following each other, so they're in line. So you can say Serpent energy, like even though he had his mistakes, he always understand how he felt and how he was gonna go about shit at the end of the day. So I need you guys to like think about that, right? So wherever your moon is and how your sun is aspecting, that's gonna give you a deep anything. Because I think Kamala Harris, when we did her chart, she had a sun opposed moon. That showed that she was born on a full moon, right? Showing her success, her power. So I want you to understand how your moon is aspecting, because it's going to show you a lot about yourself mentally, emotionally, right? And a little keynote to write down to understand aspects. So when you get into aspects, all right, if you want to, for me, like this, is how I learned, right? Because I was like, man, how do I understand these aspects? How do I know if they're like really corresponding? All right, so we got the sun conjunct moon, right? I mean, sun conjunct Neptune. All right, sun conjunct Neptune. Excuse me. So with a sun conjunct Neptune, right, we have this conjunct energy. So I want you to understand conjunctions, right? There, you know, that's a strong energy. Conjunctions are hard to explain. And what I mean by hard to explain, see, me and you can do a reading with each other and we'll look at your conjunctions, right? And I might say this or do 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 da, ba 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 ba, right? But really, you are the one that's going to define your conjunctions. You are going to put that explanation to it, because it's think of two energies coming together to form another one, to unite, to create something. So when this creation is happening, family, you're going to be like, whoa, like I didn't see these themes coming to my life, right? Like I bet Serpent didn't see that this sun conjunct Neptune in the 10th house is probably going to bring him a spiritual profession, right? Neptune, Go ahead.
I had no clue. I had no clue that social work was in the future.
Mm-hmm. Right? Because when we think about social work and people who are studying the psychological mind, we have to understand. So let me pull some up in front of you because we the initiates, the number one spiritual podcast, right? We not just gonna be talking out our ass. We're gonna bring things up in front of you to teach, to help guide you, to help you learn. Because of course we're here to initiate you on your spiritual journey, family. But at the end of the day, you're the one who has to do the work. We can bring you the knowledge. We can give you the herbs. We can give you all these practices, but it don't mean nothing if you don't do them. You know, it's like a teacher giving you all this homework. You're the one who builds your grade, not her. She grades the paper and blah blah blah, right? Like so, soul and spirit, you know, they give you a grade, but you're the one that puts in the work for the grade, right? So I need you to understand, like, if you was a student and they're like, oh man, this nigga bringing up grades, bro. Man, I was failing. And that's cool. The person who's really failing is a genius.
So what you mean when you say that conjunctions are difficult to explain?
So what I mean by that, because it's like think of your unborn baby when you and your wife came together and y'all create, right?
Uh-huh.
You can only imagine what your baby's gonna look like. You're
Okay.
thinking like, man, like my baby gonna be this, my baby gonna be tall. It's like you're the one who's gonna put the foundation to it because you're the one thinking about your child and then how you're gonna teach and train your child, what they're gonna learn, the things they're gonna put into. Especially if you look at your child's chart, you know, on a deep level. Like when I learned astrology, I realized like, wow, you could plan a pregnancy and then choose, like you can genetically choose how your child's going to look, how they're going to be, if you like choose the right dates of trying to impregnate the womb.
Absolutely.
You know? Like that blew my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, wow, like this is true. This is true genealogy, or what they call, because you know how people go to like get their baby a certain look the way, or I think that's what they call, like they have the woman go in, she wants her baby to have blue eyes or some shit, genetic modification or some shit like that, right? Or the fact that you can do it naturally with astrology. Because think about plants, right? I know this sounds off topic, but if y'all really know me, y'all gonna know like, man, AD know how to connect all through a loop. So think about watermelons, right? And other watermelons. We got the yellow, the red, right? And what's another color of the watermelon? We got yellow, red. I think it's an orange one too, right? Yeah.
Yeah. There's a yellow orangish one.
Right. So now when we think about other plants like cucumbers or the cumber family or whatever, all these plants, see, they was genetically modified through nature to create more plants. So the fact that we have these different formations of watermelon, we might say like, oh, they was in the lab, blah blah blah. But it's like, no, our ancestors knew how to take a virgin plant and this plant and connect them together to create these things. So I'm pretty sure they didn't have a concept of what different color the watermelon was going to be, but they knew it was going to be a new flavor.
Yeah.
So that's how you want to like see your conjunctions and understand them.
Okay.
Because what I was talking about is how to understand these aspects in their chart, and it's like one way they can do is understand Neptune in the 10th house and the Sun in the 10th house, right? So, you know, a person who, especially so with Scorpio energy, you know, you might be like chill, cool back at the workplace, but you value and respect it there though. Niggas know you work, especially with the Mercury in 10th house. So it's just like, and you got that Mercury on the I'm looking at the cup sign, Capricorn. Yeah, you got that Mercury on the 10 of disc. I mean 2 of disc, right? That means change. So it's just like, and then now I don't want you to think about change as in like I'm changing my life, but
sort of like a reforming.
You said like a reforming?
Yeah.
Yeah, not like a no, but what I'm trying to talk about is like change with money.
Okay.
Yeah, like 2 of this, like changing money, wisdom, you know, having that bread, knowing what to do with your bread, and how that bread bring you riches. So now I got to rambling talking, and I was trying to pull up a word from etymology.com. I forgot the word what it was, but so if you
You trying
understand,
to pull up conjunction.
not conjunction, it was one word. I think I said it. And I said I wasn't gonna talk. Oh well, y'all. This what happens when you get to talking and you talking. When you speak truth, you don't have to remember what you said. When you speak truth, you don't have to remember what you say. That's Mark Twain, baby. So now, what I was explaining about these aspects and these conjunctions, or just these planets in the houses, is because let's say you don't understand how your planets is aspecting. So if you understand, let's take for another example, right? When we talked about the moon conjunct Saturn, you have a moon in the eighth house, understanding that energy, then understanding the sign the moon's in, and then understanding the house. Those three plus meaning, plus meaning, plus meaning will give you your energy. And you do the same thing for Saturn. And then that's how you understand, like, that's how people be like, oh, yeah, you finna get them back shots in like 2 weeks. Why you saying that? Well, you got all planets transiting your seventh house, your eighth house, all types of shit like that. Like, so like that's how people understand because they know what the house is going to do. They understand this energy that's been transiting. Then they look at how the planets is aspecting others. So, and of course, we're going to do a transit video for you guys because we get into astrology. Teaching you about astrology is the key thing we want to do because men. Imagine if you took astrology serious, you can actually have your wife understand this deeply, or your spouse, whatever. No disrespect. I don't know what y'all do. Because it's like I'm 20, so I got a girlfriend. I ain't got no wife yet. But so I ain't gonna be over here talking like, what's your wife? Do. But when you look at your chart, it lets you know about those things because people care about them, right? So now,
I was gonna say I could see how that would lead, would truly lead, or could possibly lead to a very deep level of intimacy that you probably wouldn't be able to mimic or have with anyone else because they won't know you on that deep of a level. So yeah, I could see how that would benefit the relationship if your partner not only knew how to read charts but knew your chart. So therefore, and in return, knowing their chart, and you guys just know each other on a level where the particular days where the mood swings come, and the particular days when a person might be feeling down versus feeling up, so forth and so on. I could really see how that would help and benefit a relationship.
Yeah, because it's like it's not about like trying to put your partner in a in a group and be like, yeah, she like this, he like that. It's more of a like understanding they psychological mind and how it's gonna fluctuate, how it's gonna change. Because it's like when you do that, you seeing your partner for a spiritual being, not just like, this nigga love just coming into the house. Soon as he take off his drawers and get on that damn game and talk shit all day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you probably might see that, but when he outside the house, he leaving the home in a way that you would never imagine. So all you do as the nigga with the musty balls playing 2K all day.
The nigga with the musty balls.
Not for real. And it's like she finna eat them motherfuckers too. So it's like to have this type of mindset and say, yeah, them musty balls, but you finna eat them. It's like, stop it.
Oh shit.
Love him and love yourself. You gotta think about that. Now, I want you so look at all these aspects in the top of his chart. All his planets are literally 11 through 7, right? So if you have all planets up here, right, you might see us on these lives and see us doing things, and y'all be like, damn, this nigga Serpent always at work when y'all doing videos. Well, that's because his chart is towards that energy. That nigga is about getting his money. So if you a money making bitch like my nigga right here, you will understand why he's at work. You will understand why he has these multiple professions of bringing his income, right? You might think he at work, but when he off, he probably doing Forex, Bitcoin, You know what I'm saying? Putting $5 here. Fuck it. This fluctuate. I'm gonna throw 100 in real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right, going to Fro, right? He knows, so he connected with so many people, bro, with this type of energy in his chart. He know a lot of people. You got, and look, I'm gonna talk about this location, right? Where is it at? He's from Kings, Brooklyn, nigga. So
Kings County, Brooklyn.
Kings County, Brooklyn. So why I'm saying this, he says a nigga from New York, niggas out there, them real OGs. That's where the hip hop era started from, right? Here, let me pull this up, Sacred. Hold up.
Mhm.
We was talking about this last time, man. I just feel like if you don't got this book, you playing with your spiritual life. Like real talk. Because this book woke me up. And it made me realize it's like, okay, I'm woke and I'm fucking broke. I need to change
I'm
that.
woke, but I'm broke.
Yeah. So because a lot of people out here woke and broke, bro. And that's a scary thing. Because
Yeah.
it's like you know all this truth about the world. And it's like, okay, so you didn't learn how to get no money since you learned all these scamming us now. No, bro, because see, it's the root of all evil. Why would I put it in my pocket? You know, law of attraction, bro. That shit evil. Okay, that's why you're not getting it. Got you. No, we stuck in the system that we need. Okay. Got you, bro. I tell you can build your magic up. And then when you get your magic right, you'll have all these things. You'll be like, man, I'm gonna still go to work though, because it's like shit. I just like having shit to do. Right?
Yeah, my nigga said that to me the other day. He was like, yo, like, he said, I don't care how many businesses you start, you probably still gonna have a 9 to 5. And I was like, you probably right. Like, like that shit is just in my wheelhouse, bro. Like, yeah, like always gotta be doing something, bro. Always gotta be doing something.
Because it's like for these woke people who like sleep on work, you gotta think about how that if you got a job or worked a job for 10 years, right? That's social security right there. If you've been working a job a long time, you got a 401k, that's money you putting away. If you got we don't look at these type of things because we're not taught that. And that's fine. But when you look at your chart, I need you to understand that there's 20-year-old you, and then there's 45, 50-year-old, 30-year-old you. When you tap into those people, form yourself, then you're gonna be like, okay, like I know what I need to do. So now, as I was talking about that, I'm bringing this to you to show you this beautiful book, this beautiful masterpiece. Shout out to Black Dot, because if you don't have this in your repertoire, you playing and so here it is. Hip Hop Decoded, right? So this book taught me a lot about how the 4 elements interact with graffiti, DJ, B-boy, MC. MC represents the fire, right? The soul, the animation of life coming through the voice. Right? So it's just like we have to understand how that's really interacting with us. So get Hip Hop Decoded, and we gonna come out with some stuff related to this. So if you right now watching this live, and when you watch it later, and you realize, okay, I'm gonna get this book because AD won't shut up about it, and you're gonna read it, and then you're gonna be like, whoa, I'm happy he showed me that, right? So I want to get to the part because he was talking about how real hip hop saved his life. And I'm bringing this up because he talks about how hip hop started in Brooklyn. Conscious hip hop. All right? Conscious hip hop. Right? The new king of New York. My man's is from Kings. Put some fucking respect on his name. You talk to my boy Serpent, speak respectfully. So the day real hip hop saved my life, right? So I want y'all to get into this. I'm not gonna read it because I'm teasing you like these hoes be with sex, money, work, or hip hop, where we're spending so much time together, right? You'll get when you woke, you'll get tired of that shit sometimes. You're like, I don't even want to listen to what's happening, baby. I treat you like a hoe, but this dick gonna drive you crazy. Like what? Like so yeah, let's go back to astrology. So please get that when we talk about it more. Another thing that you can really get into is understanding your north node and your south node, right? Because understanding your north node and south node is going to tell you a lot about your past life and your things that's integrated into your life, right? And this is something that I want to explain to y'all. So when you look at a north node conjuncting planets, right? That's a type of, it's gonna have its own type of expression, its own type of energy. And sometimes people are going to feel like it's going to be hard to integrate this type of energy into their lives, because that's the reason why I said something about conjunctions. Because conjunction energy is a powerful energy. Like they stronger than your squares. They stronger than your opposites, because your squares and your opposites give you a challenge to overcome, for you to understand how to combine energy. You know how to make these energies work. Well, this is an energy right here that's working, right? That you can activate and constantly build into. So I'm just telling you these things. So when you look at your north node,
When you say activated, what do you mean?
so what I mean by activate, right? So a lot of times when people get confused about astrology, because I was confused about this for the longest time. I was like, okay, I'm learning all these things, but how do I really connect with the planets? And this would told me that I wasn't doing my work, because it's like, not because I didn't know how to do something, but innately you should know that if you want to connect with these planets, you'll sit down and meditate. You'll think about Jupiter, you'll think about Mars, you'll get a certain herb and burn it. We sit up and listen to these spiritual niggas all day and dick ride. And then we complain and we're like, man, my life not going well. And it's like, yeah, because you listen to all the sweet shit and didn't listen to none of the books he dropped. You didn't listen to none of the herbs he said get. Like, we telling you this stuff not because to sell you something, we telling you because it's like you can do real magic in your life at any moment. And it's by through meditating or working with certain tools. But we don't believe it's true because we've been programmed, conditioned not to follow it. So that's why I don't get on people or judge them for it. But when you wake up, get your money right, sit down and meditate. And work on activating that root chakra. Because once that serpent awaken, boy, you better keep that shit going, or it's gonna stop you showing you. So that's why, I explained that, bro, because if you don't know how to activate these planets by meditating with them and stuff, then you just be like, okay, astrology, so what? When I learned that I could connect with the moon, see ya, my sis was telling me about. But if I could connect, when I connect with the moon and learned how to connect with the moon, because it's new moon energy right now, you be like, damn, like, okay, I understand what to do, like, for myself consciously, how I feel, how to integrate, how to work with it. It's not about, praying or deifying something. It's about showing harmony and building self and a love for your soul. So I'm gonna grab the cards, bro, and I'm gonna do a little live reading. But if you got any more questions toward the chart, bro, let me know and I'll answer. I'll talk about them. We also talked about serpents, Pluto, it being on the 10 of disc. Him always having a financial wealth, him being there financially for himself and for others and his loved ones. Pluto in the 8th house, good credit. You know what I'm saying? Good plan. Learn how to get that money right and build it. And always had the money in his life. So. And I think we have Pluto in Capricorn right now. So I'm pretty sure bro getting a lot of money now just from working.
Where's Lilith at in my chart?
Is in Leo. Yeah, so yeah, he was busting all the bras down.
Explain what that means.
Yeah, Lilith and Leo, you was busting all the bras down. And not like you really didn't chase pussy for real. Pussy came to you, and then when you chased, they came. Like off the muscle. But like all funny shit though seriously, like is you being able to show the world stage and also bringing a different type of aspect to your relationships, because Lilith is like, remember Lilith is the woman that rebelled against Adam,
Yeah.
right? So we have to think about how in our lives in society, in our dark aspect in ourselves and our dark
Mhm.
power, how we connect to it. And that being in Leo in the seventh house, especially conjunct Jupiter and Mars, that's like some real integration of like bringing love into your life, right? But doing it in an unseen way. And what I mean by that, you probably have to go about it in a different approach, not by like buying a house for a bitch, but more as in like hey, let's
Unconventional, basically.
yeah, unconventionally, in a way. But like also just it's something like when you find that love and that power, bro, it's gonna be something so unreal because it's Leo. That Leo is the king of kings. Sun, the sun rules that. So being the seventh house,
Mm.
and
Okay.
it's in your north node. That's why in the pre-show when we was talking about the love life aspect, is
Mhm.
because it's that Lilith and that Jupiter. When I talk about having the feeling for having the team and leading the team, of course you feel like that too, but like it's always gonna be that longing too, like yeah, I want the mission to be completed, but like low key when this mission over, nigga, I want to sit down. I want to sit down with my girl.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like that's what that energy was. That's what your seventh house is kind of talking to, in my opinion. So
What about
there's other
Chiron? Is Chiron in there anywhere?
Chiron. Chiron is the K. I'm trying to find that simple. Chiron is in your third house, Aries. So when we think about Chiron, right? And also Hood did a video on Chiron. So if y'all want to understand Chiron, go check out the latest video that Hood made um, on Hood Mystic channel. Shout out to Initiates. So Chiron, Chiron represents that pain that always been inside us, right? And what I mean by that pain, because Chiron he got shot by Hercules on accident with this
Yeah.
poison
Yeah.
that couldn't be hit.
While he was teaching Hercules' son.
You said he taught Hercules' son?
He was teaching Hercules' son. He was Hercules. He was basically Hercules' son's tutor,
Mm.
and he got hit by that arrow.
Yeah. So, and the arrow, he couldn't heal from.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he was
Because it was the Achilles, I believe it was.
Right. And also Aquarius, it connects to Achilles, right?
Mm-hmm.
His first house energy. I just kind of want to bring that up because that's what that symbol means. And then when you think about the shins and the calf muscles, that's your second heart. And we did a prior video on that if you guys want to go check that out as well. So now with Chiron, he took Prometheus' spot to be in Tartarus and get eaten by that eagle all the time. So he's going to be in this everlasting inflicting pain. So with that being the third house, your communication style is different. You know what I'm saying? You probably a closed mouth don't get fed. You probably dealt with that in a way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When you speak your truth and you open honestly, you might have a blunt speaking, with that Aries in there, with that fire energy in the third house, and with that wind like blowing on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't shit for you to be like, bro, shut the fuck up and listen to this, because it's like you need to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like some people is like, nah, bro, you just can't be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I always get into shit because of that. It's not that you tell. It's not that you tell them what to do. It's how you telling them what to do.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's understanding that, and then it's on the Two of Wands. I mean, the Three of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
So when we think about Three of Wands, that's like, so when you heal yourself, right, you activating your deep psychic awareness, right? Because Three of Wands is being able to see in the future, be able to plan ahead, be able to really have this vision. So when you tap into that inner healing, expect visions to come. Expect for you to understand that, like, okay, like when I communicate to my significant other, I'm being honest and it's helping me heal.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like Men, for you, see, you never want to put your hands on a woman. Never,
Never.
man.
Never.
But you know how you get a woman out of your life in the realest way, in the most safest way? You be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Your honesty is your weapon. It's like it's like you being a karate master and she your student. She throw you with she do a 270 kick, right?
Mm-hmm.
You catch that motherfucker and slam her ass. That's how your words need to be. Don't be disrespectful. Don't call her name. Don't be a goofy.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm telling you is be honest and be sincere. And then she gonna be like, oh, okay, this nigga is not for me, but he an awesome man. I might suck his dick for her though. Like, let me get this closure sex. Let me get this closure sex.
Oh, you stupid. All right, explain to me the vertex and the fortune.
I got you. Grab these cards. So the vertex, right? The fortune, like the really like relates to our luck and the money that can come in. So you can say like your money for you could come through your community, you teach in the community because it's Sagittarius over the 11th house. So, and with that Venus in there, the light bringer, you know what I'm saying? You know, that you're gonna like get money from like the community. So that's what the kind of fortune speaks to. And then we can even just be more technical and bring it up in front of y'all. All right. So here, let me share this tab. If it's not even in here, I can just do this. Cash, how we get a reading?
Link is in the description.
Oh shit, I got away from my phone. Right, so your vertex just like points to like destiny point, trigger point, certain events that helps you, you know, that can be activated by your chart and your planets.
Okay.
Right. So like another way to put it, it's
Trigger
like you walking through.
Trigger point.
Right, exactly. It's just to help you understand like some things that you go through, your choices are your pivotal points to help you like grow.
Okay.
Right? And like your fortune, to back that up what I said, be sure.
They're like beacons then.
Right. And like on all that's why your time is important in astrology. Because it's like if you don't know your time, it's hard for you to know your angles, your ascendant, how your vortex is really acting, how your fortune is really acting, because then you won't be able to like get no information on it. Not saying that you won't understand it from where is it at in these houses, but when you don't have no time, you're not gonna have no houses. So it is going to be like an order system for you. But the part of fortune is also learned to as a lot of fortune or parts of fortuna reflects the intersection of point of your sun and moon and rising signs of your birth chart. You know, it shines on your most future attributes. So
yeah, you said my sun was Aquarius and my moon was Virgo.
No, your sun is Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Yeah, your sun is Scorpio. Your moon is Virgo. Your rising is Aquarius, right?
Rising is Aquarius.
Yeah, and then speaking about rising signs, right? Your rising signs explain, you know, how people see you in the world, right? So people might see Serpent as a smart, quirky man, you know, centric, strong energy, very you know, focused. Because sometimes with this Aquarius energy, some people might think he could be cold sometimes, or some people might think he could be like, you know, like on the move.
Standoffish.
Yeah, right. But and also your first house displays your bodies, right? So you know, Aquarius rising will display a tall, lengthy person, you know, their lean structure, you know, in the fit shape, not gonna be like over big or too small, gonna be right. You know, got a good height to them. So that's what your rising signs will explain about your body. And then your descendant shines will show you what you like and how you are in your relationships and more. So that's why it's that across from the first and seventh. But here let's I'm gonna pull a card, right? And what why I'm
They
pulling
getting it, they getting it all tonight. Listen, I gotta pay for this, y'all. So y'all need to understand that this is not free, okay? Like he not just doing this off the muscle, right? Like I gotta pay the young bull for this. You dig me? So please get in, get in where you fit in, man. Link is in the description. You need a reading. You want a reading from 1/4 of the initiates or any other part of the initiates. Link is in the description.
Ashe. Peace, peace, peace. So one thing that I'm gonna ask the cards right now is how can we be prosperous and gain wealth in our lives? Right? Because most of the time when we think about wealth and just think about things of getting money, that's one thing we focus on. How can we always bring money into our life? How can we always grow? So I'm gonna ask the cards that focus on that energy because when it comes to these type of things or just money, period, how do you feel about yourself? What's your thoughts on your money? How is money coming in? And another way too, when it comes to these readings, right? See, most people ain't gonna tell you about this tarot shit, but it's like most time we're really just confirming what's going on, what y'all going through. We might talk about certain things, we might have premonitions, but like to build your psychic energy, family takes time, right? So like being a young man, I didn't see myself doing these things. So when I got initiated, I just started meditating and working with the energies until spirit started bringing people to me. Until spirit like said like here like work with this person, and then it's me coming out. I was like, oh damn, I really want to do this. So understand that to build your psyche.
Isn't that dope how spirit does that, bro?
Yeah, like it's like they say in the Bible in church, God prepares the call. Right. So you might think I'm not ready, but you've been being prepared this whole time. You've been being prepared this whole time. So I need you to think about that with your wealth, with everything in your life, you being prepared for it, and your choices play a big role in that. A big role, family.
So what does my chart say about relationships, big dog? Because I think I'm gonna be single forever. But just tell me what it said.
So earlier when I talked about
I'm not looking, but I mean I'm just saying. But go ahead.
You good. So like I said about that North Node earlier with that Jupiter and Mars, right? So you basically have a Jupiter conjunct Mars in your 7th house. So it's like, Mars relates to our sexual energy, our strong sexual energy represents Aries and Scorpio, right? Hot and cold. And Jupiter represents the blessings, the growth in our life. So you probably had many encounters with women. Encounters with women is never going to stop. So your love life is always going to be on the go, on the move, especially with that Leo energy. Frisky. You have the strength card, or known as the lust card. So long as you be in a place of like spiritual love, bro, then you always gonna have that relationship coming into your life. So, and I'm pretty sure he stepped away, but I'll repeat that so he'll hear it. But I'm just telling the chat too, because it's like family. When you start a relationship off with lust, I want you to understand how long that's gonna last. And now, if you know you having sex with a person and start off with lust, and then you really fall for this person, I want you to understand that if you're having sex with this person, you can build a business, you can do great things with this person. Because imagine the action y'all doing, and y'all not even saying nothing for real, unless you real freaky and you be talking during that. But I digress. But when you think about that energy that you build and the things y'all doing together, y'all became one. So it should be easy to talk to this person and let them know. Nah, you good, bro. I was just telling them about starting a relationship, not from lust, but a spiritual love and journey, because that's what I was trying to tell you with your 7th house and North Node. Like, see that energy, like you said, you're not looking, you're not worried about it, right? That's cool, that's good. But like that doesn't mean you're not open to it. So it's always gonna be there for you. It's just you find that time to be like, you know, this Dawn, she hitting me up, she talking to me, she want to take me out. I'm gonna just set the date, and I'm gonna really talk to her. You know, just being on that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you said in that one live. When you see that ass, just know you see something thicker. When she walk by, don't even look. You know, it's like having that mindset. It's like having that Patrice O'Neal energy. But it's like, I'm gonna still have a good time with her. I'm gonna still learn her and talk to her. So your love life is always gonna be expanding and growing. It's just you choose when you sit down. Cause it's like, think of a lion, bro. A king is always gonna be doing what king should do. So, and a king to know he deserves steak. While a man, some people don't think they deserve steak, so they're gonna be doing things that distract them. Whereas the king is worried about leading his company or his people. So you got to choose when you want to sit down on it. That's all. When you want to make your nest, you decide on that. You decide on that. It's just all this energy of work, hustle and bustle. You know, it's like once the spiritual mission is over, once you get the salvation, whenever you finish it, you're gonna be on Captain America. You're gonna get that last dance with Peggy.
Word, I get the last dance with Peggy.
Yeah, like I promise you, you. North Node is in that 7th house, especially with these conjunctions.
That's lit right there.
Because think about it, Captain America was always on this mission. Yeah. He was always on this mission, always holding things down, on the move. And it's like he got to a point where he listened to Tony Stark and was like, you know, that happy ever after can't happen for me. It's okay if I sit back from the war. Like at the end of the day, it's always gonna be a war to fight when you're a spiritual warrior, because the spiritual war inside of you, the conflict outside in the world. But at the end of the day, the war is a purification.
Whenever I decide to stop fighting, basically.
Yeah. Because you got that Mars there, conjunct with Jupiter, like, bro, trust me, it's gonna come, bro.
You look like a real old sophisticated man drinking a wine in glass, nigga.
Oh, so baby, I've been here before. I
Niggas done expanded your palate. Your palate has expanded, nigga.
I've been here before. You know, usually 24-year-olds are drinking Hennessy or vodka.
Yo, this nigga ain't got Hennessy and wings. This nigga got him a glass of wine, bro.
Man, talking about astrology and tarot. Like,
you are old 24, nigga. Like, you are old 24. This nigga got a glass of wine.
Oh, man. You lucky I'll bring the pipe out on y'all last.
I love it, bro. I love the only thing you missing is an ascot. Get the scarf that go around the neck. That's the only thing you missing.
Oh my god, nigga. Shit, man. I'm gonna have to hit the pipe for the chat now.
You shut the fuck out. You shut the fuck out.
Let me go ahead and pull this card. And remember, family, I asked earlier, how can we build wealth in our life, right? And because that's one thing we always gonna be focused on is our money, our income, and our wealth. So let's go ahead and get our pool. And that's gonna let you know, right? So Five of Cups. Disappointment, right? So when we get to fives, it's always like a conflict and a strife, right? So this is me not telling you that something's bad going to happen to your money. No, this is me telling you that, see, wealth, money, that's going to come, but it's all about how you feel about yourself. And you might be disappointed about the action that you took with your money. or the actions that you have took about your wealth, your well-being, your body, right? So don't be disappointed, right? Because most of the times when we have these negative things in our life, they create outlooks for positive things. So if you're disappointed or if you're going through these a time of strife with your money, like if you're dealing with that now, just know solutions are going to come. I want you to get the book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, because see, Serpent, and it's crazy how we doing this reading now. Serpent, we've been working and talking about a lot of things, and like Serpent was like, "Yeah, I'm dealing with this new." So when Serpent hit me up the next day, he went to sleep. He went to sleep with this problem on his mind, looking for a solution, and he woke up with the solution. And it's like now we handling this, we doing this, and it's like, whoa, like bro is doing some magic. Like the other day, he didn't have an answer for something. Now he had an answer when he woke up the next morning. So I want you guys to understand that. I want you guys to really build that and create your thoughts around that. And when we think about thoughts, we're into the Knight of Swords, right? Now, when we think about the Knight of Swords, I want you to understand the energy of this card is literally you pertaining to your thoughts, right? Whereas the Prince of Swords is containing to cutting, releasing the mind and letting go of certain things. The Knight of Swords is letting you focus on the thoughts that you need to be in for you to grow. Because we have an energy of fire and air. So I need you to understand that for your money to grow, you need to be creating plans for your money to grow. You or your wealth to come, you need to create a plan around it, building a routine. Because the choices that you make every day in life is what is letting you know that how your money and wealth is gonna come in. So if you doing big back, yeah, my back is loaded up with all types of foods and stuff. Sorry, but if you're doing all that type of stuff, family, that's where your wealth is gonna lead you. You know, so
Right. So
go ahead,
was
brother.
the card not to cut you off,
You good, bro?
was the card upright or was it reversed?
It was upright.
Okay.
Yeah, all upright shit. And that was the Five of Cups, disappointment, and Nine of Swords. You know what I'm saying? So sorry, I kind of went out. Somebody trying to call me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Okay, cool.
So essentially, regret, disappointment, focusing on negative emotions. It can also mean sadness, loss, despair, and loneliness. The card can also show a person being blind to the good in the situation, such as when someone focuses on 3 lost cups while a river flows under a bridge to safety.
Yes.
Okay. So that's essentially the glass half empty person.
Yeah.
So essentially pessimism. We're talking about pessimism. Okay.
Because it's like everything is gonna be created off your mind, your subconscious mind. Because I told the family just a minute ago while you stepped away, I'm like, Serpent had created a solution to a problem he had. We was talking about the things that we need to do and handle. I told him how he went to sleep, nigga. He woke up the next morning saying, "So we got a boo. Bro, when I was like, this nigga's at home doing magic. Like he literally came back to me and was like, yeah, man, so this is how we need to handle this. All right, I'll hit you back later. I'm like, yeah, I need to do this because he's gonna come back with like 7 more solutions. I want y'all to understand that the power of your subconscious mind, go to sleep with the problem on your mind. You can even connect with the moon, get some herbs, get some roses. Roses are great for prophetic dreams. So burn some roses or some rosebuds before you go to bed. Meditate and stretch. The reason why you want to stretch before you go to sleep, because it's like you telling your body that I'm going to take all this negative energy that I accumulated today into my bed and go to sleep. Right. So like stretch. I'm not saying you got to turn into full Saraswati and do yoga, but a good touch your toes, elongate your arms, get against the wall and do this and stuff.
So you don't have to do the upward downward dog then, right?
Yeah. Not the free code in the chat gonna want to do it, but never mind. Well, I'm sorry, y'all. I got no chill. I don't know. Ain't nothing wrong with a downward dog, ladies. You know.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with the downward dog.
Man, that's my favorite position. So yeah, so you can just do that, drink some tea, get some herbs, and then go to sleep. I promise you're gonna wake up with a solution. If not a solution, you're gonna know how to act and go about it. I guarantee you that, because that's what Big Bro did. He came over here, was like, yeah, so this is what we're gonna do. This is what we need to handle. Well, you know, call me later, nigga, when you got it done. Because when you got it done, we're gonna get onto this. You know what I'm saying? So, and that just shows like how powerful his moon is with the house placement. Tapping into the deep occult works, deep occult power. So I need you guys to focus on that, because it's like at the end of the day, what you do and bring into your life is based off your choices and your decisions. So that's what the Knight of Swords speaks to. You know, really getting clear insight on the problem, working quickly to set your goals. Is like, this is for you to like get through things and breathe free of shit, because I want you to understand that the Knight, when he's in a certain position, all the Knights show a certain position, right? And how they're displaying their energy in a way. So I'm gonna show you an example. So look at the Knight of Swords. I don't know why I keep saying Knight of Wands, but I'm having a download.
That W, you're getting stuck on that W.
Yeah, but no, it's because I'm getting this download. But watch how I lay it up. So you see how this horse is practically flying. You see how his hat is basically wings, and he's basically in the air jumping through. So you can say this is a person who can break free of things, who's not being weighed down by problems. And if you are in a problem, you're going to find a solution to it. So for that previous card, you might be dealing with something, having this pessimistic idea, but when you step into the Knight of Swords and get this freedom, you're going to fly high, baby. Right? Now, let me show you the Knight of Wands stature, right? So look at Big Bro right here, the Knight of Wands. Look how this horse is positioned. This horse is angled in a way where he's going to jump up. He's going to blast off. So the reason I'm telling you this is because look at these cards. They're going to tell you how the horse is lining up and what their energy is doing. Niggas. So when he does this, if the person doesn't ascend right, think about a rocket. He basically has a rocket on him. You know what I'm saying? The wand is the phallus, but you can say this is a rocket behind him, ready for the shooting high to the sky. If this rocket is not aimed right, if it's not pointed in the right direction, if it has too much fuel, if it doesn't have enough fuel, it's going to boom. But if you got this mud angle right, that mud gonna hit that spot, and she gonna scream. So you gotta focus on that. So that was the reading with the Knight of Swords, Five of Cups. And now for our last card, family, this is where it makes it break it. So this how I know Spirit rapping with us, because we did a numerous video on this card. We do a numerous video on this card, the full Julio. I know y'all got that download.
That was the card of last week. That was the whole card of last couple of weeks, bro.
Well, you know what they say, Spirit keep giving the same lesson if you don't learn it. So now when we talk about the Fool, I want you to understand something, family. I want you to understand something. First and foremost, shout out to the Initiates of the Flame. Shout out to the Flame. And if you haven't checked out that Substack, please do now. Go check out the Substack. The link is down below, where you can find out all our information on all types of spiritual subjects. Because honestly, if you haven't got into the Occult 7, then it's going to be hard to understand the knowledges of the the tree to life, the Kabbalah, to understand holding your energies and your key, because that's what this points to. Because the Fool card is the beginning of the spiritual work. It is the beginning of the journey, and if you don't start now, if you don't start the breath work, if you don't start the meditation, because Aleph relates to that. So if you're not doing the breath work, I bet that stress is gonna beat that ass, right? Because stress is normal; it's supposed to come, but it's how we handle it, and it's how what we do with it. Because we get stressed from our foods, we get stressed from all types of things, and I think that's I'm pretty sure we have an article on how to deal with the physical world and the mundane world. So, you know, because there's a lot of articles we have, family, just on life. Because I'm thinking this, tell you this. A lot of people have a hard time getting through books. You know, not everybody like going getting that. I'm gonna read this, I'm gonna read that. So what you can do is read articles and get more tons of information that's going to point you faster in your research. And that's why we write these articles to help go along with the show, and also for you guys to see the information that we're presenting to you in a format where you're not getting overwhelmed or where you're going to quit.
And I
So-
also have I also have a very personal story in there that I wrote about myself. So if you guys are interested in learning more about me as well as the initiates, then subscribe to the initiate Substack. It's something that we actually care about, even when we don't have the opportunity to be within this space, you know, on these lives and talking to you all. You know, at least we still have an avenue in which we can connect with one another. And these articles are personal. So, yeah, this is not stuff that is just being thrown together. There is a meaning and a point behind it. And there's always going to be a lot more of that to come down the pike. But if you haven't, you're not abreast to it, and you just want to read something different, join in this year's Substack. Still capable of having free subscribers, and the articles won't be free that much longer, but they are free currently at this point in time.
Ashe. So, family, that concludes the live reading. You know, we went over Sacred's chart, and then we did a live tarot pool. And I want to give you a reminder. So, 5 cups, disappointment, half empty, black. You know, what you say, half full. I mean, half empty glass, right?
Mm-hmm. Pessimistic.
So, pessimistic, right? So, you might be disappointed, you might be dealing with a problem, but just know, Knight of Swords, you're gonna break free those problems and be able to have a new start, because the Fool shows that. But the start comes from having a spiritual outlook and building your spiritual life and starting a spiritual journey. But it's okay to have that uncertainty, and the certainty in your life. Like, I know that I'm gonna do this, but I don't know how it's gonna go though.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm gonna do it though. That's Fool energy. Like, they say I'm gonna die if I jump off this cliff, but spiritually they told me it's a portal down here that I gotta go through to jump off this cliff.
And think about it. They say that ignorance is bliss, right? And there's a certain level of luck that each person has to have in order to succeed in anything. So if you look at it that way, then a lot of people end up actually succeeding because they don't know what they don't know, right?
Mhm.
So the chances that we call foolish and risky and things of that nature are just chances that these people are willing to take. And if the Fool represents anything, it represents the being who is willing to take the chances against all odds. So,
Ashe, bro. Ashe, man. Anything you want to say in regards, or leave the chat for?
I just wanted to say thank you to you for doing my live reading online. I'll put that on the tab.
That's love, bro. Thank you.
I want to thank the collective for giving us this space once again, like they always do. I shade to all the ancestors known and unknown. And until we see y'all again, peace and salute and love.
Peace, family. Be safe. Ashe.